Okay, so this part out here is the renal cortex. The part inside, you can't really see the black dots, but usually there is. The inside part is the renal, the medulla. The renal pelvis is this white part, all of it, right here. And then the uterus is this part going down to the renal pelvis, this part. And then the hilum, it includes the renal vein, the renal artery, and the renal nerve, which is all of this basically. So to start off with, for the eye, the sclera is this part outside, behind the eye, and then you have the cornea, which is the outside layer of the protector of the iris and the pupil, or this whole part in front of the eye. And then you have the iris, which is this colored part protecting the pupil, and then you have the pupil in the middle. So the ciliary body is the outside layer of next to the lens. Then you have the choroid, which is this black part next to the innermost layer next to the sclera. And then you have the tapetum lucidum, and then it's this little gray tissue right here. And then you have the optic nerve, which is right in the middle. Then the nerves are running out, like towards or outside of the eye. And then you have the retina, which is outside of it's like the back of the eye, but it's the outside of the optic nerve. And then you have the vitreous humor right next to it. Okay, so you have, for the heart, you have the anterior and posterior interventricular sulci, and then you have the apex down here, and then you have the pulmonary trunk, which is this part right here, and then you have the pulmonary veins right there. So this part right here is the aorta. It's a long trunk which holds the three tubes together. Okay, so when it comes to the superior and inferior vena cava, it's the tube that's right next to the aorta, so it should be about here. And if you open it up, it should lie down like right here, down that way. So over here on this side is the right atrium. On this side is the left atrium on the top. Then you have the right ventricle. And then you have the left ventricle over here, down here. So this part up here is the bicuspid valve. And then right here, getting closer to the strings, is the tricuspid valve. So the chordae tendineae is the strings right here. And then you have the papillary muscles right here, down here. So the dura mater is the outer layer of the brain, so it would be this part. Like if I stick my thing into it, it should be this part. The right and the left cerebral hemispheres are here and here. The longitudinal cerebral fissure is this part. Okay, and then next is the transverse fissure or feature. It's right after the longitudinal cerebral one, and it cuts here. Okay, so the cerebellum it's the back of the brain. So here, cerebellum. So the olfactory lobes are, so here's the middle. The olfactory lobes run right over here. Right here. Okay, so the optic chiasma is this one right here in the middle, right there, where I'm pointing. So the optic nerve, it's up here. So here's the optic chiasma, and then going up is the optic nerve, which is the hole right here. So the mammillary body is between here and here, right there where I'm pointing. So the pons is this part right here, these two. And then the medulla oblongata is right underneath it right here. Okay, so the pineal gland is right here, this little circle that I'm tracing over. Okay, so the superior and inferior colliculi are these. Okay, so the corpus callosum is this one right here. Okay, so the thalamus is this part right here. So the lateral ventrals is this line right here, the one I'm like stringing along, this part. Okay, so the arborvitae of the cerebellum are these little parts. The ones I'm pointing at, the one that looks like a little tree. So all of this. Go. So the fourth ventral is this part right here.